Anderson Ford High School Football Scoreboard Show, powered by the Lake Guntersville Ace Hardware. Now, here's Scott Theisen.
Good evening and welcome in to our Week 8 edition of the Woody Anderson Ford High School Football Scoreboard Show, powered by Lake Guntersville Ace Hardware. And the scoreboard team is scoreboard watching in a huge way this evening. We've got region championships to be decided. We got playoff berths to be locked up. We've got teams that will know by the end of the night whether they are at home or on the road for round one of the playoffs. And in a couple regions, we still don't know anything. That is because we've got two regions that have got 9 teams. They still have 2 region games left after tonight. But we are keeping an eye, and let's start in Class 7A Region 4. We are keeping an eye on Austin and James Clemens. This one has lived up to the billing. With a win tonight, Austin could win the Class 7A Region 4 title. They would be at home in round one of the playoffs. James Clemens entering the night just 1 game behind the Austin Black Bears. The Austin Black Bears would get off to a fantastic start. They would score first. Gavin Fuqua would get the Black Bears on the board. They would lead 7-0. In fact, Austin would bolt out to a 14-0 lead. They were not done early on. In the second quarter, though, James Clemens makes it a 21-7 ball game. Austin would add another one. They would go up 28-7, but then James Clemens would come roaring back. They would tie this one at 28 in the third quarter. M.J. Gideon would score from 3 yards out to make it a 28-28 ball game at the end of 3. Folks, they are in the fourth quarter right now. The score is tied at 28. So we are keeping an eye on Austin and James Clemens. There's also other playoff implications going on. We've just got the final. It is Florence taking it over Huntsville tonight, 34-7. That one has gone final. That is big. That win right there for Florence moves them, the Falcons, to 4-2 in region play. The Sparkman Senators right now entering the night, they are 3-2 as well. And right now, they are in control over Grissom, 48-10 the score there. So if Sparkman holds on, you would have Sparkman and Florence at the night 4-2. If James Clemens knocks off Austin, we would have a tie atop the standings between Austin and James Clemens. We would battle it out to see who would get the region title and the runner-up next week. Sparkman and Florence, they are set to meet next week in a region finale. The winner of that game would get the 3 seed. The loser would get the 4 seed. However, if Austin prevails tonight over James Clemens, Sparkman would leap James Clemens for the 2 spot in the standings. Florence would be right there in the 4 spot. James Clemens would be the 3 spot. That's if Austin prevails. We have got a lot of crazy stuff to go there, but let's get you to the finals that we do have right now. Class 6A Region 8, May Jemison, Buckhorn. Buckhorn gets the win, 23-14 over May Jemison. Buckhorn, they're headed to the playoffs. They will be in the playoffs right now as a 4 seed. Class 6A Region 7, Athens and Columbia. Athens shuts out Columbia 54-0. With the win, Athens moves to 3-2 in region play. They are in the playoffs, but what seed will they be? Will they be a 3 seed? Will they be a 2 seed? Could they be a 4 seed? A lot of tiebreakers, a lot of situations going on there. We've got other games that have gone final. Russellville gets a win over West Point tonight, 44-13. Priceville over Lawrence County. It is Fairview over Sardis, 38-18. That is a non-region contest. In a game you just heard on 97.7 ESPN The Zone, North Jackson over Westminster Christian Academy, 52-10. Madison Academy, they keep their playoff hopes rolling right along at home tonight over St. John Paul II Catholic, 48-7. With the win, Madison Academy improves to 4-2 in region play. We're going to update Class 4A Region 8 as the night goes along because there is some interesting developments going on there. St. John Paul still trying to figure things out. But your leader in the clubhouse is the Randolph Raiders at the start of the night. They are on top of Madison County right now, 49-14. That one's in the fourth quarter. We have got East Lawrence and Wilson. East Lawrence 46, Wilson 22. That's a Class 4A Region 7 score. Cherokee County over Alexandria 35-7. That is a 4A Region 6 score. Of course, Cherokee County checking in at number 3 in the Class 4A rankings. It's Hamilton over Haleyville, 38-37. Good Hope over Fayette County, 34-12. It was Dora over Curry, 54-9. Geraldine in Class 3A, no problems with Whitesburg Christian Academy, 69-21. It was Fife over Holly Pond, 61-18. Fife checking in at number 5 in the Class 3A rankings. Geraldine checking in at number 8. And we are going to talk about Fife and Geraldine here in a little bit because coming up Friday night, a week from tonight, that little old clash, that rumble that you hear is Fife and Geraldine lining it up for that region title. It's Collinsville and Brindley Mountain. Collinsville wins 56-0. Class 3A Region 7, Lauderdale County blanks Rogers 49-0. Mars Hill Bible checking in at number 2 in the Class 3A rankings. They knock off Colbert Heights tonight, 47-0. Colbert County over Elkmont, 61-16. In Class 3A still, now we're moving down to Region 6. Glencoe over Ohatchee. Ohatchee over Glencoe, 46-21. It was Winfield over Hansville, 57-6. Now we're going to slip into 2A. We got Winston County over Tharptown, 72-20. Winston County, don't forget, checking in at number 7 in the Class 2A rankings. Decatur Heritage over Red Bay, 35-6. And the reason why we bring up Decatur Heritage and Winston County in the same conversation, Decatur Heritage over Red Bay, 35-6. Decatur Heritage checking in at number 8 in the Class 2A rankings. Brooks over Lexington, 45-6. That is a non-region contest. But when we're talking about Winston County and Decatur Heritage, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Class 2A Region 8. The standings look like this after tonight. Winston County 4-0. Decatur Heritage 4-0. Lexington moves to 2-2. Red Bay 1-3. How about this? The Lexington, they are 2-2. All right, so we got that. Lexington, they will be in the postseason. Their 4th straight year, 29th time in program history. The Lexington Golden Bears are headed to the postseason. Thanks to a Red Bay loss by Decatur Heritage, that seals the deal for Lexington. We got a couple 2A scores here. Pisgah over Gaston, 58-6. Of course, Pisgah, your number 1 ranked team in Class 2A. No problems tonight with Gaston, 58-6. And in Class 1A, we got Meek over Cherokee, 68-28. And Meek, nobody. Hackleburg, the highest ranked team in North Alabama in 1A. They come in at number 3. Spring Garden checks in at number 4. That is what we have for you out of the gate. And I mean, we have got intrigue all over the place. We're going to get you some more of these scores. We're going to check in on some of our other 7A battles. But let's get our first break in of the evening. It's the Woody Anderson Ford High School Football Scoreboard Show, powered by Lake Guntersville Ace Hardware.
Log on today, 977ESPN.com.
Hey folks, Bobby White back again for Woody Anderson Ford. If you're in the market for a new ride, now is the time to make your move. We've got over 700 new Fords to choose from, and with over 2,700 Google reviews, our customers have spoken, giving us a pretty impressive 4.4 out of 5 stars. Believe me, we work hard every day to earn those 5 stars. Just tell us what you need. This month only, we're offering big savings on your favorite Ford models. You can save up to $10,000 off MSRP on a 2024 F-150 Super Crew pickup. Or take $9,500 off MSRP on a 2024 Edge all-wheel drive. And if you're looking for something even bigger, take a spin in our 2024 family-size Expedition, available for $11,000 off MSRP. Deals end October 31st, and with always, it's with your good credit. Stop by Woody Anderson Ford today or visit us online at WoodyAndersonFord.com. With deals this good, you don't want to wait. I'm Bobby White, and we hope to see you soon.
Lake Guntersville Ace Hardware is your locally owned and operated hardware store. We're not just about numbers, we're about helping neighbors, because our Ace Hardware store is part of your community. We're committed to being the helpful place by offering our customers personal service, quality products, and a convenient shopping experience. As the helpful hardware folks in your neighborhood, we promise that helping you is the most important thing we have to do today. Stop by and visit Lake Guntersville Ace Hardware today, 1536 Blunt Avenue in Guntersville.
AL cert number 21014.
As the calendar turns to Halloween, make sure you get more treats than tricks. Thomas from Talent Heating and Air is with us. Don't let those ghosts and goblins get you on Halloween.
Yeah, we're not too worried about the ghosts and goblins this Halloween. We'll come out, we'll do a free second opinion like we always do. We're offering $49 tune-ups to make sure that you're ready for the fall and the coming winter. And then we're also offering free heat exchanger checks. We'll come out, we'll check your heat exchanger, make sure you don't have any leaks and don't have to worry about carbon monoxide getting in your house.
And Talent Heating and Air won't ghost you on this Halloween.
If you call us, we'll definitely get to you right then, or we'll get right back with you. We pride ourselves in same-day service as much as possible.
Let the people know how to get you.
That's 256-503-4490, or if you want to hit us up on our website, that's talenthvac.com.
Let Talent Heating and Air give you plenty of treats this Halloween.
At Mr. Sparky, we're America's on-time electrician. Flickering lights and hot switches can be annoying, but they can also signal a major problem, or worse, an electrical emergency. So play it safe and leave it to the experts at Mr. Sparky. Trust our team of professional, clean, and friendly electricians. We'll get it done right and get it done safely.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-Sparky.
Independently owned and operated, licensed in the respective state or county.
Normally, when you call a roofing company, all you hear is, you need a new roof. Not when you call Fleming Roofing and Restoration. Since 1965, the folks at Fleming have been focused on what you need, whether it's an easy repair or a full roof replacement, commercial or residential. And when it comes to storm damage, you want Fleming on your side. They know all the ins and outs of insurance claims and will guide you through the entire process. Log on FlemingHSV.com and book your free estimate today. Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We show up.
This is Bob Gotze, head coach of the Madison Academy Mustangs, and you're listening to the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show on 97 ESPN The Zone. Now back to the scores.
Welcome back into the Woody Anderson Ford High School Football Scoreboard Show, powered by Lake Guntersville Ace Hardware, and the scores just keep rolling in on what can only be described as a picture-perfect night for high school football all across North Alabama, and the action has lived up to the billing. Class 7A Region 4, Sparkman gets a 48-10 win over Grissom tonight, and it's just gone final in Hartselle. The Tigers knock off Jasper 34-21. That is a huge win for the Hartselle Tigers. Hartselle checking in at number 7 in the Class 6A rankings. They moved to 5-0 in Class 6A Region 7. Muscle Shoals, they were idle tonight. They are 4-1. Guess what? Hartselle and Muscle Shoals will meet next week. The final region contest of the season for both programs. The winner will be your number 1 seed in the playoffs. The loser will be down to the number 2 seed and still will be at home. We've got a region title to decide next week in Class 6A Region 7. Class 7A Region 4, again, Sparkman over Grissom, 48-10. Now the Senators, I am sure they are going to pay attention to what's going on over at Madison City School Stadium. Austin and James Clemens facing off tonight. Remember, James Clemens trailed 28-14 at one point. They have tied it up at 28 going into the third. Thomas Ashworth from AL.com is there tonight, and he will join us in a little bit as we try to get you updated on everything that is going on. All right, let's go out to our scoreboard hotline. Remember, all interviews this season brought to you by our very good friends over at the Huntsville Sports Commission. The coach of the Plainview Aggies is on the line with us tonight, and Dale Pruitt with us. Coach, congratulations. A 41-18 winner tonight over New Hope.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. We started the season, got got lost our first 2 region games, but we've won the last 3. So that makes things a lot more interesting.
Yeah, with that win, you moved to 4-2 in region play. Before we get into all of that, let's talk about the game. 41 points tonight, great offensive output. How were you able, though, to stop a New Hope offense that if you let them get going, they're capable of putting 40, 50, 60 points on the board?
Yes, they are. They've got really good tailback. They got a good receiver and their quarterback gets the ball to them. So that makes things tough. And our kids did a good job keeping them at check. They moved the ball some. They had 129 yards rushing and 114 yards passing. We did a pretty good job taking the ball and eating clock. We did that the second half, especially the fourth quarter, to try to run as much clock as possible and keep the ball away from them.
Who kind of stood out to you tonight on your squad that kind of caught your eye as far as big-time performances?
Well, our quarterback, Trey Rutledge, had another good night. He threw the ball well. I don't have stats right here.
No, you're fine. Yeah, you're good.
Okay. All right. Brody Hodges scored, I don't even know how many touchdowns. How many touchdowns did Brody score? 3 touchdowns. Brody Hodges rushed for 3 touchdowns.
See, I love these interviews, Coach. This is great. This is good stuff.
The good thing about it is we was saying the Lord's Prayer when you called. I just that's how quick we just got off the field. Cole Cooper had another great night on defense. He did a really good job. Felt like our secondary did a good job tackling and playing pass defense, which would have been Chris Sandlin, Jansen Curry, Owen Hope, and this is fast off of my head.
Well, Coach,
think of the other corner. Oh, I know who it is. It's Eli Sampson. That's our DJ. And number 20 is our star.
Yeah.
Braden Lingerfeld. They played very well in second.
Well, Dale Pruitt joining us, head coach of the Plainview Bears, on the phone lines with us. Coach, you mentioned that you guys started off slow in region play. Well, now you're 4-2. The thing is you are in a 9-team region. So while everybody else is either finishing up region play or maybe have one game left next week, y'all still have 2 games left. You got Madison Academy next week and then St. John Paul II to finish up the year. You find yourself in the middle of a playoff race with 2 games left in the region. This is going to get interesting.
Well, we were 1-4 a few weeks ago, and we told our kids, basically this starting Friday night, we're in playoffs. So, the last 3 games we've been in the playoff already because if we lose, we're in big-time trouble. So, we just got to be 1-0 each Friday night, and hopefully next Friday night we be 1-0 again.
All right, Coach. Well, go back, celebrate with the team, enjoy this one. Best of luck next week, and safe travels as you make your way over here to the Rocket City.
Thank you.
All right, Dale Pruitt, kind enough to join us. Plainview Bears. We joined them in the middle of Lord's Prayer. So kind enough that he answered. It's the kind of poll we have here. Woody Anderson Ford High School Football Scoreboard Show, powered by Lake Guntersville Ace Hardware. Speaking of those Class 4A Region 8 standings, Randolph is in with a victory tonight. They knock off Madison County. Your final in that one was 49-14. So here's how it looks. Randolph in the clubhouse right now at 6-0. North Jackson got that win over Westminster Christian Academy 52-10. So the Chiefs moved to 5-1. Westminster Christian drops to 4-2. Madison Academy with their win moves to 4-2. Plainview moves to 4-2 in region play. So as of right now, Randolph 6-0, North Jackson 5-1, Westminster, Madison Academy, Plainview all 4-2 right there. New Hope 3-3. So we have got a playoff race in Class 4A Region 8. It won't be decided next week. It'll have to come down to that final week, which will wrap up on the 1st of November. We just got a final in from Class 5A Region 8. Oh boy, this one was a fantastic ball game. Scottsboro edges Arab at home tonight, 50-47 your final there. Guntersville, of course, your number 2 team in Class 5A. Fairview checks in at number 5. Russellville checks in at number 10. Scottsboro appeared in the rankings a couple weeks ago. They were in there, climbed as high as number 8, but have fallen out of that top 10. They get a win tonight. Does Scottsboro over Arab. So Scottsboro moves to 5-1 in region play. Arab's going to fall to 4-2. Guntersville, they are on the road tonight at Boaz. We're going to get you that final. Brewers at Douglas. But Guntersville right now in the driver's seat to win the 5A Region 8 title. In fact, if they win tonight, I believe they get a share of that region title. Scottsboro 5-1. Scottsboro, this game was huge tonight because right now Scottsboro, at the end of the night, they are the number 2 seed and would be at home for the first round of the playoffs. Okay, we are checking back in on Austin and James Clemens. It is 2nd and goal. It is 3rd and goal at the 2-yard line. Austin has the ball. They are threatening to score against James Clemens with the score tied at 28. We'll give you an update here in just a minute. But Class 7A Region 4, Sparkman a winner tonight over Grissom, 48-10. It is 4th and goal at the 1-yard line right now between Austin and James Clemens. Clock is ticking down, and we are tied at 28. Remember, if Austin wins this one, they win the 7A Region 4 title outright. They've not done that since 2017. They've not won a region title since 2022, have the Black Bears, but they can solve all of that tonight. Again, 4th and goal from the 1. 256-576-4977. If you've got a score tonight out there, give us a call, 256-576-4977. We move on. Class 5A Region 7, Russellville over West Point, 44-13. Lawrence County over Priceville, 36-33. It was Fairview over Sardis, 38-18. That was a non-region game. We are still keeping an eye on that James Clemens game. It was 4th and goal from the 1. James Clemens, Austin, they are going to go for the field goal. So Jeremy Perkins is bringing out the field goal unit on 4th and 1, settling for the field goal, trying to take the lead. We've got other games going on across the state, and Austin does indeed make the chip shot field goal. They lead this one late over James Clemens, 31-28. Just got a final in. The West Morgan Rebels, wow, they continue to roll. West Morgan in Class 4A, checking in at number 5 in the latest rankings. They get the win tonight. How about this? 58-26 over Central Florence. What does that mean in Class 4A Region 7? Well, it means West Morgan has just won the Class 4A Region 7 title with that win. So congratulations to the Rebels. They get the Class 4A Region 7 championship thanks to that 58-26 win over Central Florence. All right, we say it each and every Friday. We're going to put 4 quarters on the clock. We will run all the scores down. We will get to it. It's the Woody Anderson Ford High School Football Scoreboard Show, powered by Lake Guntersville Ace Hardware.
.97.7 ESPN The Zone.
This is SportsCenter.
A wild game 4 in the ALCS side of Chris Smith. New York leads their series with Cleveland 2-1, and they drew first blood as Juan Solo blasted a 2-run homer. Austin Wells added a solo shot of his own, and then Giancarlo Stanton joined the long ball party.
Smith ready, 10 on the pitch clock. He goes. Stanton, left field. This one is high. It is way, way out of here. Giancarlo Stanton got a fastball, and he destroyed it.
Carl Ravitch with the call on ESPN Radio, but Cleveland has rallied with 3 runs in the 7th as the Yankees lead the Guardians 6-5 in the bottom of the 8th. Catch the action right here on ESPN Radio. Meanwhile, the wildcard Mets saved their season for the second time in these playoffs with a 12-6 victory over the Dodgers in Game 5 to extend the NLCS. The 12 runs are the most scored in a postseason game when facing an elimination in franchise history. Now the Dodgers take their 3-2 series lead back to LA for Game 6 on Sunday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern on ESPN Radio. On to the NFL, where wide receiver Devontae Adams, who missed his final 3 games with the Raiders because of a hamstring injury, has recovered and will have a full workload for the Jets on Sunday night against the Steelers. Bad news for the Eagles as left tackle Jordan Mailata was placed on injured reserve and will miss a minimum of 4 games as he recovers from a hamstring injury. The Eagles will also be without tight end Dallas Goedert with a hamstring injury, while corner Darius Slay is questionable with a knee injury. And in a Big Ten showdown, second-ranked Oregon leads Purdue 28-0 in the final frame.
Hey, it's Greedy Monday. Should be great fun as we look back on the Jets and the Steelers and ahead to another Monday night doubleheader. That's with us.
97.7 ESPN The Zone. Welcome to the Woody Anderson Ford High School Football Scoreboard Show, powered by the Lake Guntersville Ace Hardware. Now, here's Scott Tyson.
All right, welcome back in. Week 8 of the high school football season. It is our 9th show this year of the Woody Anderson Ford High School Football Scoreboard Show, powered by Lake Guntersville Ace Hardware. Remember, all interviews this season coming to you courtesy of our good friends over at the Huntsville Sports Commission, who, by the way, they are gearing up for a monster cross-country meet tomorrow over there at John Hunt Park It's the Randolph Invitational. So the Huntsville Sports Commission busy getting ready for that one, and busy all season helping us with our interviews all season long here on the Woody Anderson Ford High School Football Scoreboard Show. We mentioned playoff berths on the line and at stake. Teams can wrap up their postseason fate tonight or maybe even last night. That was the case for the Buckhorn Bucks. They knock off Mae Jemison 23-14. Their head coach, Matt Patterson, kind enough to join us on our Scoreboard Show hotline. And the Buckhorn Bucks are headed back to the postseason, which I believe is for the third straight season. Coach Patterson, kind enough to join us. Coach, congratulations on the win last night.
Man, thank you for having us, man. And you're right. It's the third straight year that we've been back in the 6A playoffs.
Well, let's go through the game last night. Mae Jemison, obviously a very formidable opponent. They've got some guys headed to the next level as well. And this one was a fight.
Oh, it was. It was a top ball game there early for the first quarter. I think it was 7-3 early, and then we made a couple of big stops. I think we ended up blocking 2 punts early in the ball game. Got an interception up 9-7, and then our offense went 94 yards there to make it 16-7 right before the half. And I thought our defense and our offensive line really responded to the challenges all week and took the game over. And Shamari Landrum had a big night for us. 24 carries for 160 yards. Cameron Swain had 18 carries for 75 yards. And Devin Chapman had 2 touchdowns received. And just a real big night for us to get back on track after 2 long weeks.
Well, let's talk about Parker Turley, the freshman, making his first start last night.
Man, he was calm. He was cool. Threw an interception early in the first drive, and really settled in. And I think we had another fumble on the second drive. That was running back fumbled and punt on the third, and then from that point on, really led the offense down the field, and had 2 big touchdown throws there in the second quarter to kind of really put the game in our hands for the majority of the night, and then did a great job as a 15-year-old freshman to milk the clock in the fourth quarter down to anywhere from 1 to 4 seconds on our last 3 or 4 drives. Just really iced the game away for us.
Coach, obviously now you turn your attention. You still have a game to play. Season's not over. You've got 2 games left, both non-region games, Coleman and Grissom. How do you prepare for those? How do you do that knowing that you've got a postseason game coming up in 3 weeks?
We still want to have a winning season and be back-to-back winning seasons for our program. And we can do that next week at Coleman and the following week with Grissom. I challenged the guys today. We played last night and was able to meet today and watch film. And my challenge to them is can they get better each and every day over the next 2 to 3 weeks? Once you get the postseason play, the records go out the window. It's who can improve the most in that time period and who can get hot. And, we still believe we've yet to play our best football. I don't think we've played a complete football game yet to our standards of what our capabilities are. We're going to go out and get better this week, and we're going to go to Coleman, and we're going to play a playoff team in Coleman and treat it like a playoff-type game where you got to load up and go on the road to a hostile environment and go compete for 48 minutes plus. And then, then we get to come back and reset and try it again the next week with Grissom on a short week. And, we're not looking ahead by no means. We got two quality opponents left on our schedule, and we still got things we can get better at and we can accomplish over the next 2 weeks of the regular season, and then we'll turn our attention to postseason.
Coach Matt Patterson, Buckhorn Bucks, kind enough to join us after his team was victorious last night, 23-14. Coach, we're keeping an eye on 6A Region 8 in case you need to know or want to know. Southside does get the best of Gadsden City tonight, 30-23, your final there.
Wow, that's an impressive win for Southside, but really not expected. I think the Southside's been probably the most improved team throughout the year, and they've got better and better each week, and they do a great job. Kind of surprising to a lot of folks, but maybe not to the coaches in our region.
All right, Coach. Well, congratulations on the win. Best of luck next week.
All right, thanks, Scott.
All right, thanks. Matt Patterson, Buckhorn Bucks, kind enough to join us. All right, let's go out to – we're going to stay on the phone lines. We've got coaches coming in now, and we've got results coming in left and right. Boy, you want to talk about a heck of a region battle tonight. Let's go to Class 5A Region 8 because the Guntersville Wildcats could have won a region title tonight, but the Boaz Pirates trip up the second-ranked team in Class 5A tonight. They get a 42-35 win over Guntersville. Scottsboro had a lot to play for tonight in Class 5A Region 8. Scottsboro Wildcats, they said, hey, we want to be at home for the first round of the playoffs. Well, maybe they can get even more. The Scottsboro Wildcats, they get a win tonight over the Arab Knights. And you want to talk about a heck of a ball game. Scottsboro comes out on top 50-47, your final there. And the head coach of the Scottsboro Wildcats, Tyler Van, kind enough to join us now, courtesy of the Huntsville Sports Commission. And coach, wow, what a ball game.
Man, I tell you, two really good offenses and two really good quarterbacks, to be honest with you. You know, Drew Puccio had a huge night for them. Both offenses put up a lot of numbers. I guess it wasn't a night to be a defensive coordinator. But, you know, both teams made plays on defense to change the outcome. Our first drive, we go 3 and out. From that point on, we didn't get stopped. We was able to get them stopped there with a minute and probably 40 seconds left in the game. Did a 2-minute drive real quick, hit a big play, got down there and scored with probably, I think, 28 seconds on the clock to take the lead and get a 2-point conversion to make it 50-47. So, you know, super proud of our guys just to keep playing in the game. It would have been real easy. We was down 2 scores, seemed like all night because they'd score and then we'd get the ball back and have to score to cut it to 4 or whatever it was each time. So you just had to continue to play in the game, and I think that's a culture we're trying to build. And through the weight room and stuff like that, it's year one. We hadn't built the culture the way we wanted yet, but games like this teach kids the importance of just playing each play, and I'm super proud of the guys and how they competed.
Well, it does mean, if I'm not mistaken, does this mean, because you guys were able to get a 42-35 win over Boaz, does this mean that you will be at home for the first round of the playoffs?
Yes, sir. I think either way will be 1 or 2. I think there's going to be a lot weighing on the Boaz Arab game next week because, you know, Boaz has only lost 1 in the region. That was us.
Yep.
To us earlier in the year, so they're playing for a chance to have a 3-way tie, and then obviously that would go to the non-region wins, which we're sitting in pretty good shape with that. I think that would be between us and Guntersville. I've looked at it a few times. I hadn't looked at Boaz's non-region games as close, so that may be a wrinkle in it, but, you know, I feel really good because we played some really good football teams, beat 2 early in Fort Payne and North Jackson, who's on a real off 6, 7, 8 wins, and then late in the year we have Morris Hill. Week 10, another ranked opponent who's sitting there 9-0, so that could give us 9 wins if we could find a way in a couple of weeks in a really tough game with Morris Hill. So, you know, our schedule's been really tough. I would think it was one of the top in 5A. There's 3 teams on our schedule that's fighting to go 10-0, and which one lost tonight in Guntersville, but it's been tough, and this region's tough. Every week you have an opportunity to get beat. This region's really tough, really good football coaches. You know, Coach Routon and his staff at ARAP do a tremendous job. I think a lot of those guys, and tonight was a war that I'm glad the time ran out.
Well, imagine that, a 3-way tie in Class 5A Region 8. I wonder if we've seen that one before. We did it last year. Yeah. All right, Coach. Well, Coach Tyler Van, kind enough to join us. Coach, congratulations on the win tonight. Enjoy this one, and best of luck, I guess, on the 31st. You get to rest the legs a little bit this week, and then you get a tough, and I mean a tough season finisher with Mars Hill, the second-ranked team in 3A.
Yes, sir, man. Appreciate you guys. Thank you for what you do for high school athletics. Appreciate you guys, man. Thanks.
All right, thanks. Tyler Van, Scottsboro Wildcat head coach, kind enough to join us. And let's stay in Class 5A Region 8 because the Boaz Pirates, they knock off the number 2 ranked team in Class 5A tonight, Guntersville, 42-35, your final there. And the head coach of the Boaz Pirates, Jeremy Sullivan, kind enough to join us tonight. Coach, congratulations on that one.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. It was a big one.
was a big one, that's for sure.
Take us through this one a little bit.
Fun.
Take us through how this one kind of unfolded.
Well, they jumped out 14-0 on us, and we fought back, and I think it was 21-21 maybe at halftime, or 28-28. I can't remember. I think 21-21, and then just kind of traded scores right up until the end of the game. We got up by 2 scores to start the second half in the third quarter, and then they come back, tied it up, and then we scored on a quarterback run with, I don't know, like 10 seconds left, 15 seconds left, something like that, to win it.
Well, this win tonight, and offensively, defensively, who kind of stood out to you on your team tonight?
Well, Guntersville's got some great players on offense, and so we were just battling every snap, just trying to keep them out the end zone. We had Presley Fant made a huge play, had a sack, strip, fumble, and recovered it inside the 10-yard line, and we were able to go in and score in the first half. And then we just had a lot of kids that just played really hard on defense. Offensively, Tyler Pierce probably led the way, quarterback. I hadn't seen the stats yet, but he just played great. Really helped us come back, and on the drive to win it, he made some huge throws. Ja'Kai Hudgens made some huge catches in the game. Sage Bennett, another receiver, made some huge catches in the game. Just thought it was a great team win.
Well, the win tonight for Boaz, Coach, gives you a big one next week. You're on the road at Arab to wrap up region play, but as it currently sits, we've got a three-way tie atop that Class 5A Region 8 standings now. Guntersville, Scottsboro, and Boaz. You guys have a chance next week to stay up top and potentially be at home for the first round of the playoffs.
That would be great. We're gonna go up there and give it our best shot. Arab's got a great team, and I'm sure it'll be a huge challenge for us. We're gonna go up there and give it our best shot.
All right, Coach, congratulations on tonight's win. Jeremy Sullivan, head coach of the Boaz Pirates, joining us. Congratulations on the win tonight, and best of luck next week against Arab.
Thank you. Thank you for having me on.
All right. Good stuff there. Class 5A Region 8 again. Boaz knocks off Guntersville, the number 2 team in Class 5A. All right, let's hit you some Class 7A scores real fast.
Class 7A scores.
All right, we had the play-by-play of this one all the way down to the wire. We told you Austin kicks a chip shot field goal with no time on the clock to win it 31-28 over James Clemens. Sparkman over Grissom, 48-10. It was Florence over Huntsville, 34-7. And Bob Jones on the road takes care of Albertville, 42-7. So you're up to the minute. Class 7A Region 4 standings looks like this. The Austin Black Bears, for the first time since 2017, will win the outright Class 7A Region 4 title. They did win a share a couple years ago, a share of the title, but they have not won an outright region title since 2017. And now that means James Clemens, Sparkman, and Florence all at the end of the night sitting with 4-2 records. Virtue of their win over James Clemens, Sparkman moves into the number 2 spot. Florence would be your 3, James Clemens in there at 4. Now next week, Sparkman and Florence will settle this on the field, this 4-2 battle. So someone will either move up, someone will move down in the standings. Bob Jones still holding out hope for the playoffs. The Patriots are 3-3 right now. Need a little help, does Bob Jones. But we'll figure out who plays who does whatever here in just a little bit. It is 10:17 here on the Woody Anderson Ford High School Football Scoreboard Show. Let's get a break in. When we come back, we'll continue the scores. We've got a lot of blanks to fill in. We'll fill it all in for you coming up next.
Log on today, 977ESPN.com.
Hey folks, Bobby White back again for Woody Anderson Ford. If you're in the market for a new ride, now is the time to make your move. We've got over 700 new Fords to choose from, and with over 2,700 Google reviews, our customers have spoken, giving us a pretty impressive 4.4 out of 5 stars. Believe me, we work hard every day to earn those 5 stars. Just tell us what you need. This month only, we're offering big savings on your favorite Ford models. You can save up to $10,000 off MSRP on a 2024 F-150 Super Crew pickup. Or take $9,500 off MSRP on a 2024 Edge all-wheel drive. And if you're looking for something even bigger, take a spin in our 2024 family-size Expedition, available for $11,000 off MSRP. Deals end October 31st, and with always, it's with your good credit. Stop by Woody Anderson Ford today or visit us online at WoodyAndersonFord.com. With deals this good, you don't want to wait. I'm Bobby White, and we hope to see you soon.
Lake Guntersville Ace Hardware is your locally owned and operated hardware store. We're not just about numbers, we're about helping neighbors, because our Ace Hardware store is part of your community. We're committed to being the helpful place by offering our customers personal service, quality products, and a convenient shopping experience. As the helpful hardware folks in your neighborhood, we promise that helping you is the most important thing we have to do today. Stop by and visit Lake Guntersville Ace Hardware today, 1536 Blunt Avenue in Guntersville.
Hi folks, Bobby White back again for Woody Anderson Ford, inviting you to come test drive any one of our over 100 F-150s. From rock-solid, dependable work trucks to our state-of-the-art Platinum Series, we've got an F-150 for you. Test drive one today, and you'll understand why the F-150 is the best-selling truck in America, going on 48 years in a row. Just as successful offenses and defenses are built on teamwork, Woody Anderson Ford is powered by our people. Our sales and service teams are well-trained to save you time and money. And because we want your business again and again, no one will work harder to earn it. Our mobile service teams come to your home or business for oil changes, brake work, tire rotations, and more. And the great thing is you don't pay extra for it. We come to you with mobile service at no extra charge. Proud to be local, family-owned, and at your service for over 62 years. Woody Anderson Ford, Alabama's F-150 Superstore.
Tom Luganbill here for my friends at Woody Anderson Ford. Bobby White and his team take great pride in their service department, and you can see it the moment you walk into those beautiful new service lanes. And just like a championship team, they all work together to make sure your experience is second to none, whether you drive a Ford or not. Also, check out the gold certified pre-owned inventory at Woody Anderson Ford for great deals every day. Stop by and see them at Jordan and Sparkman or at Woody Anderson of Madison on Hughes Road, or visit WoodyAndersonFord.com.
By now, you know about Eagle Masonry and Insulation, and maybe you know that Eagle also does landscaping and dirt work. But how about after paint work? Shower doors, shelving, and mirrors, all taken care of by Eagle, the same Eagle that takes care of all your masonry, insulation, and landscaping needs. Eagle brings the same level of expertise to all these disciplines, and they're ready to provide you with a free quote. The website is the same, insulatewitheagle.com, as is the phone number, 256-755-1556. Give them a call and see what Eagle can do for you. Eagle saves you time. Eagle saves you money.
This is David Lloyd, head coach of the Randolph Raiders, and you're listening to the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show on 97.7 ESPN The Zone. Now back to the scores.
Welcome back to the scores indeed. Let's roll along with the scores. Let's check in on our Class 6A.
Class 6A scores.
All right, we'll go Class 6A Region 8 first. Buckhorn, a 23-14 winner over Mate Jemison. That one was played on Thursday night. It was Fort Payne over Hazel Green, 56-29. With the win, the Fort Payne Wildcats are going to take that region 5-0 right now. Class 6A Region 8. Fort Payne leading the way in Class 6A Region 8. It is Southside over Gadsden City, 30-23. Southside getting that win there. And if we look at Southside Gadsden, they have one game remaining, and that is against Hazel Green coming up next week. Fort Payne will finish off region play next week at home against Lee. If they Fort Payne win, they win that 6A Region 8 title outright. With the win tonight, they do at least clinch a share of the 6A Region 8 title. Class 6A Region 7, Hartselle over Jasper, 34-21. It's Athens blanking Columbia, 54-0. Coleman and Decatur. Last check we had on this one, it was late in the fourth quarter. Coleman in control over the Decatur Red Raiders. That one should be going final here in just a minute, if not already final. In Class 5A Region 8.
Class 5A scores.
It was Scottsboro over Arab 50-47. Boaz over Guntersville 42-35. Douglas over Brewer 34-26. In Class 5A Region 7, it was Russellville over West Point 44-13. It was Lawrence County over Priceville 36-33. Non-region contest, Fairview over Sardis 38-18. Remember, Fairview checking in at number 5 in the Class 5A rankings. Let's go Class 4A.
Class 4A scores.
All right, Class 4A Region 8, North Jackson over Westminster Christian Academy 52-10. Randolph over Madison County 49-14. Plainview over New Hope 41-18. Let's go Madison Academy over St. John Paul 48-7. We bounce in to Class 4A Region 7. That is where the 5th ranked team resides, would be the West Morgan Rebels. They get a 58-26 win over Central Florence, and with that win, the West Morgan Rebels are your 4A Region 7 champions, and their head coach is kind enough to join us on the Scoreboard Show hotline this evening. And that would be the one, the only, Drew Phillips, West Morgan head coach, with us now. Again, all interviews courtesy of our friends at the Huntsville Sports Commission. Coach, congratulations on the win. Congratulations on a region title.
Well, I appreciate it, guys, and we officially can wrap that up next week against Wilson. So we're excited about that moving forward. But man, I appreciate it. We had a good night. Our players played hard and executed well, and overall, I was just pleased with our effort from our guys, and coaches did a great job of preparing them. And it was a good win tonight here in Trinity.
Yeah, that's my bad. I totally forget. I keep on forgetting you are in a 9-team region. And so you still have 2 region games left. You have one with Wilson and then one with Deschler to end the season. That is my bad. I keep forgetting you're in that 9-team region.
Hey, no problem at all. That's that just happened this year, so I understand exactly how you could do that. No problem at all. And like I said, it's been tougher because your percentage of getting in goes down. As far as postseason, but we're very fortunate to be where we're at for sure.
Well, 58 points offensively, Coach. I mean, boy, the last 2 games, you've scored over 60. Central Florence, you get 52. You get the win this week. What kind of went right tonight offensively?
Well, I thought we executed very well. Our offensive line was incredible. I thought they controlled the line of scrimmage the entire night. Really protected our quarterback, Titan Partlow, who's just getting better every week. And our skill guys made really good plays. Sean Tapscott, Macari Johnson, Ty Jones, Kalen Daniels, Kobe Jones. Guys just made big plays in big moments and when we needed it. And I thought overall we were the most physical team tonight. And, I think that's why we were able to move the ball and stay ahead of the chain. So very pleased overall with our effort.
Well, Coach, what has been the biggest key for success for this West Morgan team so far?
Well, I think it's just, they're a player-led team. We got tremendous leadership. These guys are seniors. I've had them since they were, freshmen. We've had them as a coaching staff since they were freshmen, so they kind of understand what we're trying to do. They don't know any different, and that's kind of the standard here and the expectation. And the previous seasons have really set a high standard, and these guys want to continue to carry that out. And I think just the grit, the toughness this group has, and the business-like mentality has been so fun to be around, and just really unselfish players.
Well, West Morgan trying to accomplish something that they have never done. Or I shouldn't say never done it, but it's not been since 2001, 2002, and 2003, where you can have 3 straight seasons of double-digit wins for the West Morgan Rebels. So they're still, as you mentioned, play for a region title and still play for a lot on the line.
Yeah, absolutely. And like I said, we got a we got a tremendous coaching staff and tremendous following as far as crowd goes. It was packed out tonight, and the guys just do a great job, and I couldn't be more proud. It's just a collective group, just a lot of unselfish leaders from our staff, which goes down to our players, and I'm just so proud of them.
Well, Coach, congratulations on the win. Drew Phillips, West Morgan head coach, joining us. Congratulations on the win. Best of luck next week.
All right, thank you, guys. I appreciate it.
All right. Again, West Morgan victorious tonight, and they can win that outright region title next week against Wilson. They are in that 9-team region, so they still have 2 region games remaining. The big one, though, in Class 7A Region 4, Madison City School Stadium for the second straight week. The Austin Black Bears made an appearance at Madison City School Stadium, and for the second straight week, they leave Madison City School Stadium with a win. This one a little closer. This one a little tighter. Austin gets a win 31-28 tonight over James Clemens on a last-second field goal. Their head coach, Jeremy Perkins, joining us now on the scoreboard hotline. Coach, congratulations on the win, and I know I get this one right. Congratulations on the region title.
Well, thank you very much. It feels good, and we didn't play our best tonight. James Clemens was able to come back and tie the ball game when we had a 2-touchdown lead. And we had to fight, scrap, and claw to get something going to kick the last field goal.
Yeah, you get on the board first. Gavin Fuqua scores the first touchdown for you guys. You build a 14-0 lead. J.L. Davis would find Jackson Potter for the score. A 46-yard play. You go up 14-0. But what did James Clemens do a little bit different there? Or did they change something that allowed them to get back into the game?
Well, they did make a change at quarterback, and the guy who came in did a really good job. But they had they scored earlier in the game. It's 21-7, but right at the end of the first half, they put together a really good drive, made some really good plays. We had a hard time containing their number 11 all night. He made some plays, and they scored to end the first half, and they got the ball to start the second half. So, they got that 2-for-1 deal to end the first half with a possession and a touchdown, then to start the second half. So, and we struggled offensively to kind of get our momentum back, get our feet back under us until late in the ball game.
Well, Coach, let me ask you this. You had 2 early contests. You had a double overtime game with Hartzell and an overtime game with Sparkman early in the season. Did those games help prepare you guys for that final drive to get that ball down there and go and be able to kick that field goal?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, those things set the stage. The guys are confident we still win the football game, even though we were struggling through the third quarter and some of the fourth quarter. And they rallied and started making some plays and found a way to win. And it's the same ingredient we had to do in those other 2 games.
Well, Coach, you get the win, so it is a region title. You guys have been here before. You got a region title back in 2022, but I believe this is the first outright region title for Austin since 2017. It's a pretty big accomplishment.
Oh, absolutely. And to play in a good region, and the competition's really good, and to be able to find ways week in, week out to get better and win ball games. I mean, these guys have worked hard. They've deserved it.
Well, you finish up the region campaign next week with Grissom, and then it's the ever-so-tough 6A Muscle Shoals to end the year. So you still have a couple challenges left on the schedule before we get into the 7A playoffs.
Oh, and that's one of the big things is trying to get healthy as well. We've got a lot of guys that are beat up, banged up, going through the grind of the last several weeks. We do have 2 challenges left, and then we want to be at our best when we go into the playoffs. So obviously we want to continue to find ways to win, but we also have to be healthy and confident, playing well going into that first round game.
And it's a different feeling this year in the playoffs, Class 7A. Remember, for those that don't know, I believe you guys have Region 2 this year.
Absolutely.
You have the Auburn-Montgomery region.
Yes, and and they're arguably one of the best regions in the state, if not the best region in the state right now. They're a very talented region. They're 5-6 teams deep, and so they're going to be a challenge. And but we're looking forward to that opportunity.
All right, well, we got a couple weeks before we get there, but Coach, you can celebrate this one tonight. Enjoy the region title, enjoy the win, and congratulations on a fantastic season so far.
Thank you very much.
All right, Jeremy Perkins, kind enough to join us, Austin Black Bear head coach. All right, I tell you what, it is 10:33. We've got to get a break in. When we come back, we'll go back out to the Woody Anderson Ford High School Football Scoreboard Show hotline. We will check in on the Florence-Huntsville battle, plus we'll run down some more scores. It's the Woody Anderson Ford High School Football Scoreboard Show.
Hey folks, Bobby White back again for Woody Anderson Ford. If you're in the market for a new ride, now is the time to make your move. We've got over 700 new Fords to choose from, and with over 2,700 Google reviews, our customers have spoken, giving us a pretty impressive 4.4 out of 5 stars. Believe me, we work hard every day to earn those 5 stars. Just tell us what you need. This month only, we're offering big savings on your favorite Ford models. You can save up to $10,000 off MSRP on a 2024 F-150 Super Crew pickup. Or take $9,500 off MSRP on a 2024 Edge all-wheel drive. And if you're looking for something even bigger, take a spin in our 2024 family-size Expedition, available for $11,000 off MSRP. Deals end October 31st, and with always, it's with your good credit. Stop by Woody Anderson Ford today or visit us online at WoodyAndersonFord.com. With deals this good, you don't want to wait. I'm Bobby White, and we hope to see you soon.
Lake Guntersville Ace Hardware is your locally owned and operated hardware store. We're not just about numbers, we're about helping neighbors, because our Ace Hardware store is part of your community. We're committed to being the helpful place by offering our customers personal service, quality products, and a convenient shopping experience. As the helpful hardware folks in your neighborhood, we promise that helping you is the most important thing we have to do today. Stop by and visit Lake Guntersville Ace Hardware today, 1536 Blunt Avenue in Guntersville.
Are you tired of chasing a roofing contractor to show up on time, or even show up at all? I'm Sam Fleming with Fleming Roofing and Restoration. Our motto at Fleming Roofing is "We show up." Our goal at Fleming Roofing is to provide the reliable customer service that you deserve, and we have the resources to meet all of your roofing needs: residential, commercial, industrial, replacement, or repairs. We are manufacturer certified for roof coatings, single-ply membranes, and asphalt shingles. Whenever you need a roofing professional you can count on, call Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We are committed to finding the solution that meets your needs. We don't have quotas or heavy-handed sales tactics. Fleming Roofing, we have expert experience. We show up. Free estimates, residential, commercial, industrial, replacement, or repairs. Check us out at FlemingHSV.com. FlemingHSV.com. When you need a quick response, it's Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We show up.
Tom Luganbill here for my friends at Woody Anderson Ford. Bobby White and his team take great pride in their service department, and you can see it the moment you walk into those beautiful new service lanes. And just like a championship team, they all work together to make sure your experience is second to none, whether you drive a Ford or not. Also, check out the gold certified pre-owned inventory at Woody Anderson Ford for great deals every day. Stop by and see them at Jordan and Sparkman, or at Woody Anderson of Madison on Hughes Road, or visit WoodyAndersonFord.com.
This is Steve Moulton for Lee's Magic Tunnel. Do you live out of your car? Does your car look like you've been well lived in? Then take your vehicle to Lee's Magic Tunnel, located on the Parkway. Any size of the vehicle, it doesn't matter, Lee's will get it clean. Offering many types of washes, but getting it clean inside and out. Ask for the manager special. That's at Lee's Magic Tunnel, located on the Parkway, and located online at leesmagictunnel.com for more information.
This is Rich Dutton, head coach of the Grissom Tigers, and you're listening to North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show on 97.7 ESPN Zone. Now back to the scores.
All right, welcome back to the Woody Anderson Ford High School Football Scoreboard Show hotline, powered by Lake Guntersville Ace Hardware. We've got beautiful scores. We've got tight games going on all over the place. Let's go out to the Scoreboard Show hotline, though, and let's get a recap of the Huntsville-Florence game. Florence dominating this one 34-7 tonight. The Falcons 4-2 on the year. That sets up a huge showdown next week between Florence and Sparkman. The winner of that one will move into potentially the number 2 spot, if not even higher in the region standings. Well, no, they can't get any higher. Potentially could fall into the number 2 spot in the region standings. Austin has the 1 spot locked up. James Clemens, Sparkman, and Florence all sitting at 4-2 at the end of the night. Drew DeArmond was on the call for our friends over in the Huntsville area tonight. Huntsville falls 34-7 to Florence. And joining us now on the Scoreboard Show hotline is one Drew DeArmond. Drew, welcome on in.
Yeah, Scott, it was a tough one, man. Call credit to Florence. They came out ready to play, and they scored on the first play from scrimmage as Kalen Triplett went 45 yards untouched up the middle to get them up 7-0. It was a 7-0 game at the end of the first quarter, and then got to give Florence a lot of credit. It was a 3rd down and 20. It was a key play in the game, and Cade Davis, the junior quarterback, went down the middle to Jimmy McDonald for a 39-yard touchdown, put him up 14-0, and really put Huntsville on a tough bind. And then Huntsville had a bad break, kind of a ball ricochet off a receiver's hand. It was picked up out of the air by Zatavian Bodie, and he returned that one close to 30 yards for a touchdown. And by the middle of the second quarter, it was a 21-0 game, and Huntsville just struggled all night on offense. It was like they were in quicksand. They only had 4 first downs heading into the fourth quarter. Then they put a good drive together. The young quarterback, Will Carter, did a nice job, and then of course Justin Carter, no relation, senior receiver, made some plays, and Jackson Spencer scored from 6 yards out. But by then, it was a 34-0 game, and it was an unusual game because Huntsville's defense forced 2 turnovers, and really, I just told you they gave up that 39-yard touchdown pass. They gave up the 45-yard run early, and then a 31-yard run in the third quarter for a touchdown. And then besides that, in between the lines, they really didn't give up a lot until some subs scored late when the game was well out of hand. But it was just a tough night overall for Huntsville, and got to give a lot of credit to Coach Kenny Morrison and Florence. And they knew what was at stake, and you just laid it out there. Next week they're playing for a chance against the Sparkman Senators to win that game and potentially be, they could rise as high as the 2, probably still going to be the 3. But if the Senators get the win due to their head-to-head win over James Clemens, they could get all the way up to the 2. But it looks like right now that there's about 3 teams available for 2 spots. James Clemens and Austin are going to get in. Austin, as you said, 7A region 4 champs. Kudos to Jeremy Perkins for finding a way to win. But Bob Jones has still got faint hope. But they've got to definitely beat the Huntsville Crimson Panthers at Madison City School Stadium next week, and then they're going to need some help. They really need, the Sparkman Senators to beat the Florence Falcons. And of course, the Florence Falcons beat Bob Jones head-to-head. So they really need that game because they need I confused myself there. They actually need Florence to beat Sparkman because they beat Sparkman. They beat Sparkman early in the year. They would win the tiebreaker there head-to-head. They lost the heartbreaker to Florence. But that game is going to be dripping with implications because Sparkman with a win, they could go all the way to the 2, and there's still a way they could end up out of it if they lose to Florence because, again, Sparkman would lose the head-to-head tiebreaker with Bob Jones if Bob Jones beats Huntsville. So, there's still a lot of implications to play, but Huntsville, bottom line, they're going to have to play spoiler against Bob Jones next week, try to knock them out of the playoffs. Otherwise, if Bob Jones wins, like we said, they're going to be huge, fans of the Florence Falcons against Sparkman because that would be a way they could still sneak into the playoffs.
All right, so a lot, and I mean a lot going on all around there in Class 7A. All right, Drew DeArmond, thank you so much. Safe travels from Florence all the way back.
Thank you, sir. We appreciate it. Again, Crimson Panthers still got a shot at a winning season. That's what they'll be playing for next week. And it's been a great year in 7A Region 4. A lot of competitive games, a lot of close ones. You got to give Sparkman a lot of credit for their run in the second half of the season, and I give Austin a lot of credit too because they've been in several close games, man. And Coach Perkins and that team, they're undefeated. They just find ways to win, and they've still got a shot to have an unbeaten regular season to go along with that 7A Region 4 title. So kudos to the Black Bears.
All right, Drudy Arman, kind enough to join us on the Scoreboard Show hotline. Thank you so much for that. All right, let's roll into the scores. Let's just start from the top and work our way through Class 7A.
Class 7A scores.
It's Austin 31, James Clemens 28. Again, Austin with a last-second field goal to seal the W there. It would be Sparkman knocking off Grissom tonight, 48-10. Florence over Huntsville, 34-7. Bob Jones over Albertville, 42-7. Let's go on. Class 6A.
Class 6A scores.
All right, Thursday night game. Buckhorn over May Jemison, 23-14. Fort Payne over Hazel Green, 56-29. It was Southside over Gaston City, 30-23. In Class 6A Region 7, Hartselle over Jasper, 34-21. Coleman over Decatur, 42-14. Athens over Columbia, 54-0. In Class 6A Region 6, it would be Pell City over Pinson Valley, 48-39. How about this one? Oxford, the 5th-ranked team in Class 6A, knocks off number 2-ranked Clay Chalkville, 21-10. That win there propels Oxford to the top of the Class 6A Region 6 standings. Clay Chalkville drops down to number 2. It was Mountain Brook over Huffman, 42-0. Class 5A we go.
Class 5A scores.
It's Scottsboro holding off Arab, 50-47, your final. And then the shocker, Boaz upsets the number 2-ranked team in Class 5A, Guntersville, 42-35. Douglas over Brewer, 34-26. Class 5A Region 7, Russellville over West Point, 44-13. Lawrence County over Priceville, 36-33. Ardmore gets by East Limestone, 42-24. In Class 5A Region 7, that means Ardmore, they are now above 500 in region play. They move to 3-2. Fairview is in the clubhouse leader at 5-0. Russellville with the 44-13 win over West Point. They move to 4-1. West Point falls to 2-3. Lawrence County moves to 3-3. Priceville falls to 1-4, and East Limestone still trying to figure it out. They're at 0-5. So right now it's Fairview, Russellville, Ardmore, and Lawrence County. Those are your 4 teams that have into the playoff contention in 5A Region 7 with 1 week to go, I do believe. We'll have to check on the schedules there in Class 5A Region 7. But that is your up-to-minute standings in Class 5A Region 7. The Ardmore Tigers next week have West Point on the schedule. So with 1 week left, Fairview, Russellville, Ardmore, and Lawrence County all in contention for a playoff spot. All right, let's get a break in. Okay, I tell you what, before we get the break in, let's go out to the phone lines. We need to talk to Mars Hill Bible because Mars Hill Bible checking in this week, the Class 3A second-ranked team, and they post a shutout win tonight, a 47-0 win over Colbert Heights. Their head coach, Daryl Higgins, joining us now on the Scoreboard Show hotline. Coach, congratulations on the win this evening.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
47-0 offensively. What was a lot of things probably had to happen. 47 points on the board. What was working well tonight?
It all starts with our offensive line. They're really improving, doing a good job every single night, and we go as far as they take us, and we got some good skill people, but the offensive line just continue to grow and develop. Our guards pull a lot. They're doing a good job getting out and leading us to some big plays.
Well, the win tonight does give you, I believe, the region title for Mars Hill Bible. So I believe congratulations is in order on that one.
Thank you. When you start every year, that's the number one goal, is to win the region. Something we're excited about. We've worked hard for, and we got to celebrate a little bit tonight.
Well, you finish up the regular season next week. You still have a region game left with Clements and then Scottsboro. Just talk about how this team has improved from the beginning of the year all the way till now.
It's been a continuous growth with players stepping up, going in. We've got, we had a big injury at the first of the year. Tanner Cottle was our first team returning all-state safety wide receiver, and he got hurt at the first of the year. We had Jesse Parker and some other guys step up and get in there for him. And then last week we lost our three-star tight end, Cannon Pig, for the year. And so we've had some guys, Matthew McIntyre step in, some other guys. When you have such good players and they go down, it takes a total team effort. Not one player is going to replace these guys. And so everybody's stepping up and doing more, and it's good to see watching these guys grow up.
Daryl Higgins, head coach, Mars Hill Panthers, joining us on the Scoreboard Show hotline. Coach, congratulations on the win tonight, a 47-0 shutout win over Colbert Heights. Best of luck next week against Clements and then Scottsboro. You challenged your team at the beginning of the year with Madison Academy, and you're going to finish it off with a challenge against Scottsboro at the very end.
We like to play competition. Our players get excited about it. We also played a really good Russellville team, and it's something that we want to win the region, but we also know these games help us get ready for the region. They help us get ready for the teams we're going to see in the playoffs. I don't think there's anything tougher than the 3A North as far as the playoff goes, and so playing all these teams just help us get ready for what we're going to see down the road.
Coach, congratulations on that, and best of luck going forward.
Thank you.
Coach Daryl Higgins, and he mentions how tough that Class 3A Region 8 is. Take a look at the 3A top 10 rankings. Mars Hill checks in at number 2. Piedmont checks in at number 3. Fife checks in at number 5. Geraldine checks in at number 8. That's what you got in Class 3A. You get to that, then you will get down there to Birmingham, I believe, this year for the state championship. All right, let's get a break in. When we come back, we'll run down them all. We'll run down all of the scores. We'll go through as many as we can. Final segment, final quarter of the Woody Anderson Ford High School Football Scoreboard Show, powered by Lake Guntersville Ace Hardware.
Log on today, 977ESPN.com.
Hey folks, Bobby White back again for Woody Anderson Ford. If you're in the market for a new ride, now is the time to make your move. We've got over 700 new Fords to choose from, and with over 2,700 Google reviews, our customers have spoken, giving us a pretty impressive 4.4 out of 5 stars. Believe me, we work hard every day to earn those 5 stars. Just tell us what you need. This month only, we're offering big savings on your favorite Ford models. You can save up to $10,000 off MSRP on a 2024 F-150 Super Crew pickup. Or take $9,500 off MSRP on a 2024 Edge all-wheel drive. And if you're looking for something even bigger, take a spin in our 2024 family-size Expedition, available for $11,000 off MSRP. Deals end October 31st, and with always, it's with your good credit. Stop by Woody Anderson Ford today or visit us online at WoodyAndersonFord.com. With deals this good, you don't want to wait. I'm Bobby White, and we hope to see you soon.
Lake Guntersville Ace Hardware is your locally owned and operated hardware store. We're not just about numbers, we're about helping neighbors, because our Ace Hardware store is part of your community. We're committed to being the helpful place by offering our customers personal service, quality products, and a convenient shopping experience. As the helpful hardware folks in your neighborhood, we promise that helping you is the most important thing we have to do today. Stop by and visit Lake Guntersville Ace Hardware today, 1536 Blunt Avenue in Guntersville.
Hey Huntsville, looking for action-packed events? The Huntsville Sports Commission is your hub for all things sports. From youth events to national tournaments, we've got events that thrill and inspire. Whether you're an athlete, a fan, or a volunteer, there's something for everyone. Cheer on your favorite teams, witness amazing talent, and be a part of the excitement. Check out our event calendar and get involved at huntsvillesports.com. That's huntsvillesports.com. Be there, Huntsville.
Specializing in simple and affordable rentals, McCurry Van and Car Rental can make sure you have just the right vehicle for your next family vacation, weekend getaway, or if you just need transportation while your vehicle is being repaired. McCurry carries Ford Transit vans and Mercedes Sprinter vans, trucks and work vans, and more. And they offer discounted rental rates for long-term rentals. Now with 4 locations: Athens, Muscle Shoals, Coleman, and Huntsville. Log on McCurryRentals.com to make your reservation now. That's McCurryRentals.com.
Hey, Huntsville. Looking for action-packed events? The Huntsville Sports Commission is your hub for all things sports. From youth events to national tournaments, we've got events that thrill and inspire. Whether you're an athlete, a fan, or a volunteer, there's something for everyone. Cheer on your favorite teams, witness amazing talent, and be a part of the excitement. Check out our event calendar and get involved at huntsvillesports.com. That's huntsvillesports.com. Be there, Huntsville.
It's time to get ready for game day. That means Alabama football and tailgating. Whether you're tailgating at home or at Bryant-Denny, visit Brooks & Collier for North Alabama's largest selection of premium grills and smokers like Big Green Egg, Blaze, Delta Heat, Memphis, and Traeger. Satisfy any palate with our wall of rubs and seasonings. For all your tailgating needs, visit Brooks & Collier at 813 Meridian Street or at brooksandcollier.com. An Alabama tradition for over 75 years. Roll Tide.
This is Coach Irvin McGuire, head football coach of the Lehigh Generals, and you are listening to the North Alabama High School Football Scoreboard Show on 97.7 ESPN The Zone. Now back to the scores.
Let's get into 5A scores.
Class 5A scores.
All right, Scottsboro over ARAB, 50-47. It was Boaz over Guntersville, 42-35. Douglas over Brewer, 34-26. Class 5A Region 7, Russellville over West Point, 44-13. Lawrence County over Priceville, 36-33. Fairview over Sardis, 38-18. Ardmore over East Limestone, 42-24. Let's go 4A.
Class 4A scores.
4A Region 8, North Jackson over Westminster Christian Academy, 52-10. Randolph over Madison County, 49-14. Plainview over New Hope, 41-18. Madison Academy over St. John Paul II, 48-7. Class 4A Region 7. East Lawrence over Wilson, 46-22. West Morgan over Central Florence, 58-26. Deschler over West Limestone, 34-14. Class 4A Region 6, it's Anniston over Aniana, 36-14. In Class 6, let's see here, 4A Region 7, it was Hatton over Danville, 34-28. It was Etowah over White Plains, 28-21. Cherokee County over Alexandria, 35-7. Class 4A Region 5, it was Hamilton over Haleyville, 38-37. Good Hope over Fayette County, 34-12. And Dora over Curry, 54-9. Class 3A.
Class 3A scores.
All right, Geraldine over Whitesburg Christian Academy, 69-21. Fife over Holly Pond, 61-18. Collinsville shuts out Brindley Mountain, 56-0. Class 3A Region 7, Lauderdale County over Rogers, 49-0. It was Marzell Bible over Colbert Heights, 47-0. Colbert County over Elkmont, 61-16. Sheffield over Clements, 45-16. Class 3A Region 6, Piedmont over Weaver, 26-21. It was Locust Fork over Walter Welborn, 37-36. It was Ohatchee over Glencoe, 46-21. We check in on Class 3A Region 5, Weimont over Oakman, 20-7. It was Winfield over Hansville, 57-6. Your final there. Let's dip into 2A.
Class 2A scores.
All right, Class 2A Region 8, it was Winston County over Tharptown, 72-20. Decatur Heritage over Red Bay, 35-6. It was Brooks over Lexington, non-region contest there, 45-6. Class 2A, Region 7, Pleasant Valley over North Sand Mountain, 26-20. Pisgah rolls over Gaston, 58-6. Class 2A, Region 6, Coosa Christian over West End, 62-0. It was Falkville over Cleveland, 44-0. Southeastern stops Cold Springs, 20-14. And in Class 1A, Region 7, it was Meek over Cherokee, 68-28. And I believe we do have a Spring Garden Eider score. Spring Garden gets by Eider in a huge way, 61-6. Spring Garden 61, Eider 6. That is your final there. We do have a few Tennessee scores for you on this Friday night. We do get Moody does get a win over Springville here in Alabama, 56-13. Your final there. Dora over Curry, 54-9. Hoax Bluff gets a win over Asheville, 56-19. Again, Moody 56-13 winners over Springville. Tennessee scored Giles County. David O'Connor gets a win tonight over Community, 49-0. It was Columbia Central over Franklin County, 48-7. Of course, those are Tennessee scores. All right, that's going to do it. One more Tennessee score. Shelbyville Central over Lawrence County, 42-14. That's going to do it for the Woody Anderson Ford High School Football Scoreboard Show, powered by Lake Guntersville Ace Hardware. My, oh my, time has flown on by. Join us next week, week 9 of the high school football season. Some teams are headed to the postseason next week. We'll find out who. We'll find out who took another step closer on the Woody Anderson Ford High School Football Scoreboard Show, powered by Lake Guntersville Ace Hardware. See you next week.